Hey there, everybody. I am King 5 meteorologist Leah Pizzetti. It is Saturday evening, just after 7 p.m., and here is an extended look at your forecast. First of all, happy Father's Day weekend, everybody. I love when the weather aligns with the weekend. We get sunshine just in time for our days that we're getting out and exploring, and we're seeing that right now. A look at Everett. Oh, look, there's a plane going down the runway. Painfield shows clear skies as of this Saturday evening. A little bit of cloud coverage in Tacoma, but still you see that blue sky popping out. And oh, look, you can see a little bit of the mountain out as of this perspective here on a Saturday evening. So a really pleasant Saturday today. Here's another look from our Queen Anne camera, showing some nice fluffy clouds out there, but really spectacular. As of this evening, we're mostly in the 60s. That's where we're going to peak for the day, and then we will warm things up a little bit more into tomorrow. I want to take a look back because here we are halfway through the month of June, and we can now look at what we saw the first 2 weeks of June, and you can see it's been a roller coaster. It's been cool and cloudy the last couple of days, but if you remember, just about a week ago, we were smack dab in the middle of that heat wave where we did hit the 90-degree threshold for the first time of the year. So we hit that a week ago, and then we went cold, gray, gloomy. That will change a little bit. I'm not forecasting anything close to what this heat wave was, but we will warm things up to a very comfortable threshold. Today we started that, or we continued that warm up, I should say. So here's a look at the temperatures we've hit so far on this Saturday, mostly in the 60s, a little bit cooler along the coast in the 50s, but we'll continue to warm things up into Sunday. And to put it into perspective, normal for this time of year. So this right column shows you our average for each region. Bellingham typically is in the upper 60s. 67 degrees to be specific for this calendar day. Today, we just hit 64 degrees, so a couple degrees cooler than that normal. SeaTac, same trend. 71 degrees is normal, 68 degrees is what we've hit so far, so a few degrees cooler than normal. Olympia hits 66 degrees today, normal is 70 degrees. So everybody is just a few degrees cooler than normal. As we head into tomorrow, we'll add a couple degrees to those daytime highs. That will get us closer to normal, and in some cases, we'll actually surpass that threshold. And then we're going to plateau for a little bit. We'll stay in these low to mid 70s for the next really 3 days is our magic marker. Then come Wednesday, we have a weak disturbance that's going to start to move in, or Tuesday night actually, so into Wednesday. We have a couple light showers, but really it's not looking major. We'll take a closer look at that in a moment. We'll get a little bit of pause on Thursday. A few light sprinkles are still possible. And then Friday, we actually have a stronger chance for rain that's moving in. So that, ironically, is the start of summer. We'll talk about that more in just a moment, but first let's take a closer look at your Father's Day Sunday. We've been seeing this pattern of morning clouds that clear into the afternoon. We could still see a little bit of that Sunday morning. So some light clouds in the morning, but it's not looking as dense as what we've seen these last couple of days, and we'll see great clearing into the afternoon. That brings us into the 60s for most of our afternoon hours. We'll hit that 60-degree threshold right around lunchtime. This says Seattle. This is true for pretty much everybody in Western Washington, especially around Puget Sound, because we all will see warming, really nice temperatures tomorrow. So for our Sunday highs, we're looking at highs in the mid to upper 60s up to the north, heading a little bit farther south. Pretty much King County, you'll draw a line, look south of that. We do look to hit that 70-degree marker. In fact, even into the low 70s or mid 70s down to the south. We'll also add some warming into the Olympic Peninsula. So along the coast and through the strait, we'll be in low 60s. Same thing, 60s for our higher elevations for both Stevens and Snoqualmie. And then on the eastern slopes of the Cascades, it's a little bit warmer. We're in the 80s for tomorrow. So if you want warmth, head east. If you want cooler temperatures, head to the west, but everybody's going to see really nice conditions. If you are heading out to the Mariners game on Sunday, it's a 1:10 start, 70s, sunshine, gorgeous conditions. We'll be able to keep that roof open, and you know what? It may not rain in the weather department, but one thing it will do is rain. Hot dogs from heaven are going to make a comeback for your Sunday game. So get out there. Great way to spend Father's Day. Or, hey, soccer fans, maybe the Club World Cup is your forte, or you could hit both. The Mariners game is an afternoon game. Our Sounders game starts at 7, so you could definitely go to both. We'll be in the 60s as the day is wrapping up. That sunset is just after 9 p.m. on Sunday night. we're getting very close to our longest day of the year, the most daylight of the year. That's next Friday, our summer solstice. We get 16 hours of daylight. We are not far from that for the next couple of days. So this is the week where we see the most sunshine throughout the day. And you know what? We're going to hold on to that sunshine through about Tuesday. So temperatures really not going to see a lot of change. We're staying in those low to mid 70s through about Tuesday. Some passing clouds, but overall gorgeous conditions. But let's skip ahead to Wednesday. Wednesday is when we're going to see some changes moving in. At this point, you just saw those showers try to brush by. We'll keep a lot of the moisture up in British Columbia. It looks like our first shot at rain chances is going to be Wednesday for western Washington, but this is very light, not major at all. This is our low resolution model. We're still one day out from getting a closer look at our high resolution models. So by tomorrow evening, we'll be able to give you a much better picture of what's coming on Wednesday. But this low resolution model shows that some light showers, that's about it on Wednesday. I will point out though that we have a much stronger chance for rain moving in on Friday. This is Friday, and at this point it looks like we will see some better chances for rain Friday and then into Saturday as well. And reminder that we have not seen any rain so far for the month of June. I know what you're thinking. It's June. Of course we're not seeing rain. We're heading into our dry months. Yes, we are. Our average monthly rainfall is absolutely decreasing as we head into the summer. However, it's Washington. We still should get some rain, especially in June. So far, for today's date, for Saturday, we typically in Bellingham see 0.8 of an inch of rain this far into June. SeaTac by this point of the month has usually seen about 3/4 of an inch of rain. Hoquiam has usually seen about an inch of rain. So we usually should see some rain in the gauge by this point of the month. However, nobody has seen anything. We're all sitting at 0. So yes, that is bringing us to that deficit for the month of June, but it does look like we'll see those changes moving in by next weekend. Unfortunately though, this weekend, what we're sitting in right now on Sunday is our final weekend of spring, and it's really nice. It feels a little bit more like summer, but by next weekend, our first weekend of summer, which summer solstice is on Friday, it's going to feel a lot more like spring. We'll cool temperatures down. We'll be in those mid 60s. We have those showers that are rolling in as well. So a little bit cooler, wetter, more gray by next weekend. So soak up this weekend, and of course tomorrow, Sunday, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of you dads and father figures out there.